shuts every one of them down. That's a full team kill.
He's looking for third. He's gonna get it, sir.
Against Kinger now in a 1 versus 2. Once again, he finds one. He finds the second. He's still alive. Can he go in?
Oh my goodness.
He's gonna go bar down and give Saints the lead again.
Welcome back, Saints fans, to another Saturday of some Rocket League action. This time, we're going to have HUE Fest 22. Going to be a bunch of different games, a bunch of different schools, a bunch of different teams. Going to be competing in a top 32 system. Going to go down to a top 8. Eventually, going to be on LAN. Game 1 here, going to be your St. Clair Saints team taking on Aquinas Esports. Going to be Daniel Jobin, and we have Donka back in the commentary booth. How are we feeling today, man?
Oh, I'm feeling great. I'm back over here finally, and I'm so stoked to see this game. Like, I've heard that there's been like some changes, so this should be perfect.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of swaps between the rosters. We saw gold and green on the CCA Summer Series Thursday, so that's a tongue twister. Played a lot of matches, had a lot of marathon. They ran the gauntlet. I think today we're gonna have Comp, Kamal, and I believe Spoods is gonna be the roster for today. So gonna be a little bit of a change up. Gonna see a little bit of green inserted there with the gold. Kamal is gonna be stepping up. So listen, both teams though, if they can take what they played Thursday and they can bring that into today, I think there's a very, very good chance they'll have a strong showing. So gotta look to get some momentum and just look to build that forward as well.
Oh yeah, I just can't wait. Like, we're versing, I believe, Aquinas.
Yeah.
And this should be a great match from what I've heard so far. So yeah, how are you feeling about the match?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'll say it was really, really tough to watch both teams struggle like pretty much the entire summer. The World's hangover, plus I think it was just like I've been ironically calling it the summer of Rocket League because there was like CRL Worlds, RLCS Summer Split, RLCS Worlds, then there was the CCA Summer Series, both the divisions, and then the playoff series. So I think it's just maybe everyone was like a little bit burned out of Rocket League by that point, even though it's a game that we all love to watch and talk about and everything. It's like a little bit of too much of a good thing almost at some point. So I think both teams are kind of now like reeling it back, and the semester's on the horizon now. They can kind of see like, okay, fresh season's going to come up. The Summer Series is behind us now. We don't have to worry about CRL for a little while. So maybe they can just finally like focus all their energy in on this game and try to come out with a win.
Oh yeah, like I said, I just can't wait. Today, like I said, like from what I've heard, it's supposed to be a very good match. But yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't know that much about Aquinas Esports. A lot of these teams in this this HUE tournament the next week, I think it's going to be like, Overwatch, League of Legends, Rocket League, and maybe one other title as well. So we're going to see a bunch of different titles over the course of the next week. This is the first day, I believe, that everything is going to be kicking off. So going to be starting off with Rocket League, nice and simple. I think, yeah, Saints versus Aquinas. We don't really have too much info on Aquinas because it's, as I just said, a lot of these teams are going to be like coming in from around the world or around North America rather, and we're not really sure like what leagues they might have played in or what players or like what scholarships and everything and all the info like that. So going to be kind of waiting to see what's going to happen as far as matchups go and everything. But say, what would you? We'll go early. We'll say this, since you haven't been around as much, what would your early prediction be without having seen quite as much info and not really knowing anything about our opponent? Best of 5, by the way. So
best of 5.
Yeah.
Personally, I would love for Saints to obviously sweep them, but I think it's going to be a very close call.
You think so?
I think it's going to be a very, very close call.
All right, I'm gonna hold you to a number. What do we got? Best of 5. Who wins 3? Who wins 3? Who wins what? One way or the other? Actually, we're gonna get right in the game as well. So I'll let you off the hook this time. We're gonna hold the predictions. I'll say Saints are gonna go 3-1 against Aquinas. Like we said, gonna be Comp, Spoods, and Kamal. So far we see I think Steve Beef was, I think it was my Max there, and one other member of Aquinas. And so far, a little bit of back and forth. Both teams just trying to get the early tires under them.
Oh yeah, as you can see over here, it's kind of like a stalemate right now. Just to see who scores first in the first 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah, both teams just going back and forth. Comp gonna send that one over through mid. We'll get denied on the 50. Spoods is gonna go for the challenge here. Gonna maybe try to set something up. Gonna get a decent shot at the net there. Actually, gonna go off the crossbar, but that floater had some nice touch on it. Now Kamal gonna try to follow it into the corner. Comp is gonna be there waiting in the wings, trying to play it. He will get the touch, and unfortunately, a little bit too hard. Aquinas might have a breakout, but Saints is gonna try to recall here and send this one back over mid.
As you can see over here, he tries to go for a nice play over here, Kamal. But passes it to Comp, and Comp sees if he can do anything with it. And Kamal takes it over now and tries to score. There's only one person in net, and he scores! Kamal scores the first goal of the game.
Great job there by Kamal. Look at that dribbling, was so clean.
Oh yeah, look at the shot.
Just perfect. Such a good start from the Saints. Kamal getting that dribble in there, putting it off the wall. Nice little easy touch. And if you're the Saints, they have been having such a hard time with their starts, especially on Thursday as well. We saw them had to come back, reverse sweep, and try to come back from 2-1 several times. Kamal and Comp gonna hook up though right off the kickoff. Comp gonna set that, or Kamal gonna set that one up through the air. Comp gonna take it right off his car midair, and Saints just like that gonna put 2 on the board in 13 seconds, and little bump midair as well too for posterity. And the Saints, great job to start off the first minute 20 here.
Oh yeah, like I feel like Saints are very tired of losing and having to do reverse sweeps to the point where right now they're just gonna sweep it. They're not gonna care.
You know what, I definitely would like that mentality. It's better to start fast and just try to play with the lead, because when you have to play from behind every time, it's just mentally draining, especially when you play a lot of overtimes. And Kamal, once again, the Saints just going right to left. Kamal somehow able to split the defenders and find the angle, and the Saints are just firing on all cylinders. 3 goals in the last 35 seconds, and Aquinas right now just trying to scramble to find some kind of answer, but the Saints are just all over them right now.
I wonder what AQ are gonna do with this. Like, what do you think?
The only problem is when you want to play really, really aggressive, actually Comp to get the flip reset, maybe get a second touch, trying to get the third as well. So now the Saints are just trying to style on him. But if I'm Aquinas, what I'm going to try to do is you want to play aggressive, but you also don't want to get counterattacked too easily and give up that 4th goal, because 3 goals, very, very hard lead to come back from. When you get to that 4 or 5 territory, you're talking about pretty much impossible at that point. So you got to try to get a goal, and I'd say try to get a goal decently quickly as well. And say it's a lot to ask for when the Saints are playing pretty good defense, but if you're not able to score fast and try to get an answer, I think St. Clair will probably end up walking away with this one.
I believe that AQ are so much on defensive right now to the point where they're not having the shot, like they're not having the chance to just take the ball to the Saints half field, and it's just going to backfire at them.
Yeah, I definitely agree. When you play off that back foot and you have so many shots coming through the net, it's just so hard. You can't really score if the ball's buried in your net the entire game. And so far, St. Clair getting so many shots. Spoods try to get the reset. We'll get the second touch as well. Going to be cleared up by the side of Aquinas. Now Kamal going to chip that one back in, and we'll get knocked over toward mid. Going to try to get a little chip shot there. Comp is going to have a little tip there. Kamal is waiting on the side. They're going to try to get the hook up midair maybe. I will be denied though by the side of Aquinas. And now Saints still 2.5 minutes into the game, which means we're at the halfway point. Saints still up 3-0. I don't know if Aquinas has even gotten 1 shot on net yet officially. Maybe the first one will come through here, and it will get knocked away by Spoot. So Aquinas finally getting a shot on the net. Good chance as well, but Saints there to shut the door.
Oh yeah, over here, like, yeah, you see they're always on defensive. They can't really do anything about it, like, especially when Saints are just keeping the pressure, and that's all you really need in Rocket League. As long as you can keep pressure and keep the ball away from your first half, and it's just going to be easier for you.
Oh my
God. Flip reset.
Yeah, Comp with a nasty flip reset, and Spoot's going to be there for the follow. So Comp with all the show, and Spoot's going to be there for the finish. And just as you said, it's so hard to play from behind. And when you're getting boost starved in your own net, and the other team is just peppering the net, and you feel that pressure weighing on you, you feel like you're honestly just smothered and you're kind of trapped. And right now, Saints just trapping Aquinas in that defensive end. They just can't seem to even, like as you said perfectly, they can't even get the ball past half. So how are you really going to expect to put together scoring chances? I don't really know. And say 3.5 minutes into this game so far, they haven't really found that answer. Comp on the triple touch, going to try to find the back of the net, but will be denied by Lemon and Aquinas. You got to try to find one here. Even if you don't end up winning this game, just try to put one on the board. So it looks, get the 0 off there. Spoon's going to add 1 more, though. Going to be a 5-0 lead now.
Yeah, I mean, when you get boost starved in now, like I play a lot of Rocket League, like you know that I play a lot of Rocket League. Like sometimes the only way you can save the ball is if you do a squishy save, and even that is so difficult because you don't even have a lot of boost to begin it with.
Yeah, it's such a hard spot to be in, and when you have players that are this good, obviously they're going to try to, and Kamal with a great little reset there, will find the goal as well, so individual effort, dazzling and dancing to the defense, and Kamal going to get on the board there now. 6-0, an absolute rout for the Saints in Game 1, just a great shot there by Kamal, and Aquinas just has nothing for the Saints in Game 1 so far.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, their kickoffs are great. Like, look at this.
How many other ways can you fluff up a 6-0 game? Oh, let's say so far safe. Trying to get that 7th on the board as well.
From experience, like I lose a lot of matches, I win a lot of matches, and I like in a 6-0, like I just have to change my whole mentality. Yeah. Just go, okay, so we're losing, it's okay, it's the best of 5, so we lose 1 game, doesn't matter, we're gonna get it, we have about 4 more games to go. And it's just, I don't know.
Well, actually, it's Spoon's going to put the 7th on the board. Let's say, just as you said, and actually it is going to be a best of 7 instead of a best of 5. So Aquinas will get a little more time, but Saints Aquinas doesn't have the 1 yet on the board, but we've seen it Brazil now in the first game. Saints gonna put up 7 on the board. Aquinas still looking to find an answer. I wouldn't be surprised if the Saints had maybe 14 or 15 shots and Aquinas only has 2. And the way the Saints have been playing, I mean, they haven't been in the defensive zone for more than like 5 seconds at a time. I just don't see a path to Aquinas scoring. Comp and Spoon's gonna hook up on the flip reset. Gonna get the bump from behind as well, and this is an absolute bloodbath for the side of St. Clair, up to 8-0, still with 48 seconds to play as well.
Comp so stole that shot.
Oh, yeah.
If I was Spoons, I would have been so pissed, bro. I would have been so pissed.
Comp, it's just say, Comp, you know, they're trying to spread the wealth a little bit. Got to get every single player on the board there, but Comp, once again, going to take this kickoff off the wall, try to get something fancy set up, pass over the middle, an absolutely superb play by the Saints, and they're just playing with their food at this point, up to now 9. This might be the most goals I've ever seen one team score in like a competitive collegiate Rocket League game. Saints peaking on the doorstep of double digits in game 1. There's still 41 seconds to play, and they have 9.
I mean, theoretically, they can get so many goals, because if you get a kickoff goal, there's like only like, if you do a perfect kickoff goal, there's only 3 seconds that take off the time, or 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And you have like all this time before you even touch the ball, before the timer goes down. So
just every single time the Saints put the ball in net, I'm honestly expecting it to go in. Pass over the middle, won't get kicked away there by Beef. Now Comp gonna get one back up the middle. No one will be home, in double digits for the Saints in game 1. 10 goals with the 11 seconds left in the game, and just Saints putting on one of their best masterclasses, I think possibly all time. I don't think I've ever seen any team honestly score 10 goals in collegiate Rocket League. So St. Clair trying to push some kind of record book at this point, because this is just an absolute war.
yeah, SEC so far has been so pissed about losing a lot of games that they shouldn't have lost. And there you go, Comp with the 11th goal.
Wow.
Like, holy.
And only 4 seconds taken off the kickoff there as well. Just such a good job there by Comp to get the pinch off the second touch, and now 11-0 with 7 seconds to play. Just, if you're at Saints, this looks like they're taking out all of the Summer Series frustration in one game right now, let alone the rest of the series. We still have a bunch of games to play, but so far they have turned a new leaf and they are ready to go and kick things off in this HUE Fest 22.
It's never over until the ball touches the ground or it goes in the net.
So one more goal for the Saints is what you're predicting here, possibly? I think they'll actually
most
go
likely,
for it.
yeah.
I don't think they'll actually not let this touch ground. They'll go for one more. Oh, they were. I don't think they're going to go for one more.
They tried.
Yeah, great job there. St. Clair, just nothing more that could be said positively. They just played a virtually flawless game. No defensive time. Look at 25 shots to 1 was the margin for St. Clair. Just absolute, just peppered them the entire game, and Aquinas just got hit with a blaze of bullets, and they do not know. Like, I don't even know. Game 2, what do you even build on if you're Aquinas to come back in the series? What do you get?
Honestly,
what do you tell the team in between games here?
I'll just tell them what SEC did. I mean, they've lost a lot of matches over the summer, and they just brought it back.
Yeah.
I would tell AQ to do the same exact thing. Just, you're gonna lose this round.
Yeah.
The next rounds, just win.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. Even though that scoreline and that was maybe the biggest differential we've ever seen, once that game starts and that clock has 3 zeros on it again, or 5 minutes on it rather, it's a brand new game. The series is 1-0. It is what it is. Now, gonna get into game 2 and see if Aquinas has any fight back in them, because St. Clair just took it all out in game 1.
Oh, I mean, that was a close one.
Yeah, Comp with the early touch there. I think it was maybe going to go in the net. Now Spoon's going to try to get a little play here. Going to get a little fake in front of the net there, trying to make a play on the wall there. Won't get denied, though, in the corner. Wall is going to be there for the touch. Going to try to set up Comp over the middle. Comp going to be on the air dribble. Good touch off the wall. Comp tried to get the double touch. Maybe a little bit greedy there. Kamal was waiting right behind him. The goal would have been as free as it gets, but Spoon's going to get the double touch off the back tires, off the backboard, and just like that, 30 seconds in, St. Clair opens this one up again. What do you say?
There's nothing to say. Like, Spoons just scored. Yeah.
I know. We're almost desensitized to the amount of goals after game 1, so every goal's not even. It's like when we say a word so much, it just starts to lose meaning. Because all the goals, like, okay, it's like, how'd they score this time? Okay, flip reset or double touch off the backboard. But Aquinas say you still got lots of time to fight. However, the Saints do not look to be going away anytime soon. 10 seconds later now, and Kamal's going to bury that one. Just a great interception by Comp there off the wall, stealing that ball away, and Kamal a little bit more boost than the other team had, and just able to bury that one in the corner. And St. Clair picking up right where they left off in game 1.
with 2 goals and going 2-0 on 4 minutes and 20 seconds, AQ has a lot of time to think about what to do next.
Yeah.
Like, you might think, oh, 4 minutes and 11 seconds
there
is
we
not
go.
a lot. He scored. Let's go, Steve Beef.
And just like that, see, that's all you need is those easy free goals. Just like a ball goes through the middle. 4 players seem to miss it there, and just Comp gets it stolen off the nose there. And just like that, AQ finally gets on the board. You finally saw the ball go in the net. Maybe you can finally start to put a run together. But if you're St. Clair, they might have just woken the beast up a little more. They might be out for blood now.
Oh yeah, now they know that they need to do more offensive than defensive plays.
Oh, it doesn't get any nicer than that, Comp. Flip, reset right down Main Street through the defense, and Saints just making it look too easy. Perfect reset over Lemon. Shakes him out of his shoes, and Saints take a 3-1 lead now with a minute played in game 2.
Hey, like 4 minutes and 2 seconds is, like I said, a lot of
Still,
time.
yeah.
A lot. Like, you might think, okay, I'm gonna get out of class in 5 minutes. No, it's a while when you're playing a game. It's an eternity. So.
Oh yeah, say especially Rocket League is like that one game where it could be like 1-0, but even if there's still zeros on the clock, if that ball's in the air, that game is definitely not over yet in Aquinas. You have to adopt that mentality at this point in the series. Game 1, you got blitzed, you got hurt. Okay, now we come back, regroup, retool. Spoods will get the ball stolen in mid there, ends up making a save out of it as well. Lemon gonna try to be there for the challenge. We'll keep the ball. Now Kamal is gonna be there. Gonna go off the backboard, trying to find maybe one of his teammates. Comp will be there for the follow, and he's gonna bury it in the far side. So Kamal to Comp, backboard, bottom left. And once again, St. Clair the passing plays look clean, the shots look clean, the communication looks good. Everything just seems to be clicking. And after such a rough summer, this is honestly a breath of fresh air if you're them sitting there right now.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. So far Kamal and Comp have had a great chemistry.
Yeah.
And also Comp and Spoods also like a great chemistry.
Yeah.
Like, they've been passing, they've been shooting, they've been just rotating perfectly. And it's just giving them more opportunities to score and get shots in.
Yeah, and that's the one time we saw like the Saints really struggle was when they just couldn't get the ball out of their zone and they couldn't create those chances. And now, right now, the offense is just free flowing. They look like they're playing with no stress, no trouble on their mind, forgetting about all the results. Comp, try another flip reset, gonna get the second touch. Maybe one of his teammates will be there to follow, but unfortunately not. We'll get kicked away by AQ. Spood's gonna try to get the touch there. We'll get the bottom touch off the backboard, and he'll dunk it in on top of AQ. Spoods doing it all himself. Just such a fantastic play. Gonna steal the ball from the back line there and just do everything with it. Fools 2 defenders in St. Clair, just making it look too damn easy.
Yeah, I wish I was as good as them, honestly.
Yeah, I know.
Like, if I was good as them, hey, maybe I'd be on the team.
It is something, man, to watch. Like, it's just, it doesn't seem like believable half the plays. And once again, Comp gonna go posting in, so back to back now. Kamal to Comp gonna hook up once again, and St. Clair now knocking on the door of a Brazil. So 2:39 to play, and they're at 6 goals again. 6 goals halfway in.
Unbelievable.
Will they beat them? Probably not, but wow, that'd be crazy.
I mean, if they go 12-1, they've made progress, I guess. Yeah, honestly.
5%, yeah. The differential's the same, but at least the number's higher. Comp did get bumped out of net there. Say maybe a chance for AQ, but no members there for the follow. Lemon gonna take it over mid. Maybe he's got a decent shot at the net here, but he actually will play it to the corner instead. And maybe he didn't know if he had his teammates there, but Spood's gonna be there to play it out of the corner. Now gonna be there for the pass as well, shooting it down the middle. Gonna get kicked away there by Beef as well. Now Saints once again in this offensive zone, just trying to put pressure on AQ.
So far, AQ has been currently, like, you can see, like, they're playing a lot better now. They've been going on offensive as like a lot more than defense. Like, you can see, like, the plays have been changing, the rotations have been changing. Like, the ball has been on the second half for a lot more time.
Yeah, they're actually moving the ball a lot better. I'd say the scoreline is like almost equally as bad as Game 1. Obviously not quite there, but the ball movement, they're definitely playing significantly better than Game 1. As you said, the ball's moving. They're actually getting shots on net. And speaking of shots on net, great setup there by Max and Lemon. Going to be there to close that one out. So now cutting it to a 4-goal deficit. Still a lot of work to do, but definitely some positives now if you're AQ, because before, for the first like 8-9 minutes of the series, there was virtually nothing to take away. So now you got some ball movement, you got some pace, you got a little bit of momentum on your side. So maybe they can start to slowly mount things as we get into Game 3 and Game 4, because not to count out Game 2, but I would have to suspect the Saints probably find a way to close this one.
I completely agree with you. It's like 1 minute and 29 seconds. It's, like I said, like a lot of time, but it's at the same time, not as much time because you also have to like go on offense as much as you possibly can. And while Saints are just holding the ball like in the first half, like towards AQ, it's very difficult to get out of there.
Yeah, and I think you could even tell the Saints when they were just in their end, they didn't really have a lot of boosts. They're just trying to kill the clock at this point. They were just kind of passing it between the corner. Actually, they're going to go for another goal though. Comp gonna bury that one in off the goal line. Spoots, fantastic pass from the top left corner there. Let's see, Spoots with a great touch, gonna follow it up the wall as well actually. So just a great job by Spoots to get the flick. Not sure if that one would have gone in or not, so maybe good job that Comp was there for the final touch, but St. Clair now up to 7 goals in game 2, and just as we said, Aquinas maybe figured out some momentum or some way to get going. It's just St. Clair just trying to shut the door right in their face.
I completely agree. But yeah, no, like 55 seconds left, like, winnable still. Honestly, I believe.
If I'm a player, I'm thinking every game is winnable until it's over. Even if, especially after game 1, when you're like, okay, we can't really like throw any more games away, so we have to just kind of like fight this one out as long as we can. And they're definitely going down with a fight this time. Say, Bimax is gonna try to maybe set something up over the middle. I don't think he has any teammates with him. No, and Kamal will be there for the easy challenge as well. So now, just 28 seconds left to say. I'll ask you one more time. If you're the Saints, what do you take away from game 2? Aquinas making a little bit of progress, but what do you do to kind of maybe neutralize all of it in game 3 and try to have a game 1 performance again?
Honestly, I would go for more passing plays and more like rotating like better.
Yeah.
Like because like we see 2 people at like they're like in their net.
Yeah.
While one person is pushing out, and that's terrible because like you can't like. It is very difficult to do a 1v3 and just score on them.
Yeah, and once again, St. Clair going to chip in another one there. Comp to Spoods, back to Comp. Going to get just enough touch there to edge out Steve there. And St. Clair now 8-2 lead, just 4 seconds remaining in game 2. So looks like they will walk into game 3 with a 2-0 lead here. Say it'll be the last kickoff here. Maybe a couple touches. AQ maybe tries to put one in the net. Will they actually find the net? Unfortunately, they will not. The ball will drop. And St. Clair now with an 8-2 win in game 2, just still total domination of Aquinas and just absolutely looking so strong these first 2 games.
Oh yeah, it's been very like for AQ it's a bit difficult to verse Saints at this moment, but hopefully in round 3 like we can see like a reverse sweep. But again, like I obviously am routing for Saints.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it's not a reverse sweep. But I'm hoping that like they also like learn from this and see how they can get better and try to win more games as much as they possibly can.
Yeah. And I think everyone likes I think we all like when like your team gets challenged because it's great to have like these huge wins, but you don't want to walk over like too easily and especially early in like a tournament or like a bracket style because you might not get like that season competition. You know, you don't have you didn't face adversity, you didn't have to come back or like grit your teeth and fight back. So I'd actually love to see Aquinas come out and take a game or 2 off the Saints just to kind of give them a little shake up, make sure like, hey, even though you guys are playing so well and you clearly deserve to win, Aquinas gonna open the scoring just 2 seconds in. So just as I was talking about that, Saints gonna have a little bit of adversity to start off game 3.
Oh yeah, finally, like they got like the first goal of the whole series now.
Yeah.
So maybe their mindset changed and maybe they're gonna win now.
Yeah, you have to feel better from not playing. First time they've had a lead the entire series, so you have to be feeling good about you haven't been trailing for both full games. You got one back a little bit. Kamal is going to be there for the touch. A little bit of a weak touch. They're trying to clear that one out. Spoods is going to be there for the follow. Going to get the touch. Comp is going to come to the middle as well. Great deny there by the side of AQ to stop that one. So a lot better so far. I know we're only 25 seconds in, but much more balanced game from both teams so far.
Yeah, AQ, like, they now have, the big demo by Bimax on Spoots.
Oh, going to chip that one out toward the net. Steve is going to play that one off the goal line. Great little swerve there to get it over, but Spoods will be there for the challenge. Now Spoods on the wall trying to find something over the middle, but AQ doing a really good job of once that ball's in their end, get it out. No matter what, get it out. Great play off the ceiling as well. So, man, AQ looks like they have woken up in game 3 so far.
Yeah, it's looking a lot better now. Like you can see, like they probably had their coffee now,
Yeah.
So they're more energized.
Red Bull
Oh yeah, you can see their boost. It's just spitting out coffee beans.
Yeah, the Red Bull, Red Bull trail, whatever. Yeah. Maul gonna try to play this one out of the corner. Will get denied. Actually, will end up winning 50 back toward his own net. Maybe trying to set up Spoods for a little air dribble here. Actually, Spoods gonna maybe send it over to Comp through the air, but Comp not gonna get there in time. Gonna be kicked away. Once again, AQ really solid on this back line. Gonna dribble it over the middle though. Comp will be here for the challenge. Great challenge. Lemon will kick that one out toward the middle though. So really good back and forth. Just we've seen a lot less action in game 3. And honestly, I expected the game to slow down a little bit, but it seems like we've almost slowed to a standstill at this point with how many goals we've just been spoiled with.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can see like the first game, like within like 3 seconds they scored a goal. Second game, within like 4 seconds they scored a goal. Third game, the other team scored within like the first 3 seconds of the game.
Yeah, so far just really good back and forth. Great little passing play there. Will get kicked aside. So AQ's defense has been really, really sharp this time. Every single one of these passes the Saints were getting through last time seem to be getting either cut off in the middle or challenged earlier than last time. They're not like AQ seems to be willing to play more aggressive because they're not as scared of the offense, it would seem. But Comp with a great little chip there. He has other ideas. Spood's going to be there for the follow, unable to finish though. So AQ making a couple huge saves as well. The Saints definitely have had chances in game 3, but AQ so far, great job of just shutting that door.
Let's see what Comp does with his ball. Ooh, they all triple committed.
Yeah. That's how those ones are scary. The ones that are hanging above your net like caught flies are like the most terrifying like shots to Rocket League because you usually have no boost. You're hoping you don't bump a teammate or get some kind of miscommunication, and usually the ball ends up in the net anyways. Comp with a great little flick there. Going to try to find something. Doesn't have a lot of boost to play with though. Just kind of hanging in there. Double commit will come through for AQ, so maybe Spoons can get a free shot at this one. Great challenge there again by Max, and AQ just so far so good. And really good shot there by Kamal will get kicked away.
Oh yeah, no, they're definitely keeping a fight in this game. And that's why I personally, like us commentators, that's what we would personally like to see.
Oh yeah.
Instead of just a complete sweep. Because it just keeps it more interesting.
Well, great job. They're beating 2 members of the defense, unable to beat the third in the crossbar. The follow comes through, not enough meat on it. Spood's going to get turned away at the door. Well, demo by Max for his trouble. Comp going to get demoed as well, so little 2v2 for a few seconds. And AQ going for the demos, getting those backline plays, making saves challenging. This looks like what you said. Their mentality has clearly shifted from like, okay, we're done being attacked. We're going to go on the attack now. We're going to try to force some action against St. Clair.
Oh yeah. But they're still keeping at least 2 people in net at
Yes.
all times, which is good because they don't want to get scored now. They're probably just trying to play timeout.
Yep.
But if Saints score, they have to put at least 2 people up front and one person probably like hang out like towards mid or whatever.
Yeah, the strategy is good when you want to make sure you secure that lead. But if St. Clair is able to somehow tie this game, then you got to put your foot back on that gas and start playing offensive because the defense has been fantastic. But with so many shots St. Clair is getting, it's really hard to just rely on your defense to hold up for the entire rest of the game. We'll get knocked off the ceiling. Spoon's going to be there. Fantastic job on the challenge by Steve. Now Kamal going to try to play the 50. Ball is going to go back toward mid. Going to be careened up by Lemon. Lemon still with the dribble, trying to find something. We'll get the second touch. Unable to find the third, though. Kamal will be there for the stop. Comp is going to play that one off the wall now, so only 45 seconds left. Saints got to try to find one here because time is ticking down now.
I completely agree with you. It's like now, like, yeah, they're just getting demoed all the time, and they just can't do anything about it. They're just going like AQ are doing a perfect rotation towards to where at all points of time there's at least one person. He tries going for the quickstar pinch, but it doesn't go very well.
Spood's going to play it for the middle. Will get denied there once again, but I believe it was Bimax. Demo will go through. Spood's going to be responsible for it. So St. Clair, 14 seconds left. They are still in the defensive zone, so they have to try to make something happen. Lemon with a great 50 there to challenge. Bimax going to be there for the poke, going to try to set this one up toward mid. Comp is going to be there over the middle, trying to find something. Ball's going to get challenged. Spood's going to be there. Will they be able to make something of it? 1 second left, and Spoods is going to bury it in the corner, so AQ will not go quietly into the good night. St. Clair going to force overtime in game 3, and if you're AQ, that is an absolute heart stopper.
You know what I want to say right now? I just want to say the phrase, "This is Rocket League," as hard as I possibly can.
Quick chat spam. No, it'll be that or what a save, as depending on who's put in the quick chat there. But man, St. Clair just 0 seconds. We said it earlier. If there's 0 seconds on the clock and you got some fight in you, you can turn the game right around. And now, if you're AQ, you play 5 minutes, and it was 5 minutes of flawless defense, and you're still in overtime now. So the mentality might have shifted a little bit off of where it was, on the spectrum, but now Saints are on the attack. Spood's going to try to find Comp. Great job there by Lemon to get just enough touch there, but man, overtime, it is anyone's game in overtime, though. That's always the good thing.
I completely agree with you. But now they have to shift their mind. Instead of having 2 people on defense, they have to have 2 people on attack and 1 person like hanging around mid and going for defense and just completing a rotation. So it's doable. Very difficult going up against Saints, but still doable.
All it takes is one miscommunication for the Saints. Someone misses a ball, gets bumped, and the game could be over, and the game will be over. Spood's going to set up Comp. Comp's going to pocket that one in the top right, and just like that, through all odds in game 3 there, St. Clair will come back, score at the 0-second mark to force OT, and the same corner they force OT, they end it as well, and now with a 3-0 commanding series lead over Aquinas, and the Saints just, everything seems like it's working so well for them. And if you're AQ, you got to find some way to just, you got to dig deeper. You got to look deep inside of you, and you got to pull it out of your soul, because right now the world is against you and against this 3-0. I
completely agree with you. Like now Saints, they're like, okay, we switched this back. We got to continue it for the whole series. We got to go the whole tournament through. Yeah. Like you said that it was like a 32 bracket and going into an A bracket. Yeah. They just have to like just keep on going. Just like a bull. Just go. Yeah, W key. Yeah.
Just W key all day. I think we saw in the stat line there, I think Aquinas only had 2 shots on net that whole game. Their first shot of the game came at 2 seconds when they scored on the kickoff, and I'm not sure when the second shot came through, but now Saints up 3-0, trying to close this one off, and Kamal gonna chip it over the middle. Gonna try to find something. Comp gonna be there for the early goal. Oh, possibly. Crossbar and post will deny him, though, in a little 2-piece. Saints almost back on the board there right away, but now we're still just 0-0s in game 4.
Wait.
You look like you're deep in thought.
Yeah. I'm confused.
Demos.
The demos after demos.
Comp's gonna try to play that one up. Steve is gonna be there for the follow. Gonna try to find something here. Gonna try to find a Comp. Is gonna find off that left ball. Gonna go for the air dribble. Got a lot of boost to play with as well. Will he get the second touch? He will. Ball goes off the post there, and great save by Lemon as well. So St. Clair looks like they're back to their game 1 in 2 ways of just get that ball down the middle, dribble it, and make something. Spoods doing donuts will still somehow get the challenge. That was a crafty little spin there by Spoods, but they still will get the challenge, and Kamal going to try to kick this one out for a bit now.
Yeah, you can see Comp already over there. He's just waiting for the pass just to end the game.
Yeah, all these guys, I think they know that they might have AQ's number, and they're really trying to headhunt here and get these goals, but they definitely want to play safe as well. You don't want to let any team back in any series. Kamal with 0 boost there, just trying to do anything that he can. Spoods, take it up the wall. Kamal will get demoed though, so maybe a 3v2, but the respawn will actually be just in time. He will actually get the next challenge. Good little 50 there by, I think it was by Max there as well. And so, hey, once again, we're a minute and a half through, and we don't have that onslaught of goals again, so either team, if you could find one even like kind of chintzy, kind of dirty goal, you might be able to walk away with game 4.
I completely agree with you. This is, yeah, that like I said, the chemistry between Saints currently, it's going very, very well. With AQ, they're bringing it up. Yeah. It went from like almost like nothing to where it's now like at least like 80%. Yeah. And they're just like holding that chemistry together, holding the comps, I'm pretty sure, and they're just so stoked and see if they could win the game. Yeah, they're definitely playing a lot like you can. It looks like a totally different team from games 1 and 2 to be like, just to be frank. Like they look like they've kind of settled in there. Maybe whether it was nerves or you're just a little bit cold, or the Saints just came out so well and makes you hard to like kind of play your game when you like kind of get like slapped around to start things off. But they look like they've definitely settled in. They kind of found their pace a little bit, but the Saints are still pressing the attack. Even though AQ has looked a lot better, they haven't really been putting that many shots on target. I think last game they only had 2 shots, so they got to find some way to get that consistent offense, and Spood's going to try to get that consistent offense going for the Saints, but unable to find it. Yeah, I feel like from game 1, game 2, they brought out the hand warmers just to warm up their hands. Comp going to try to find something. Spoods will be there for the take over mid. Spoods going to try to play this one to the middle. Is someone there for the follow? Unfortunately not. Both members on rotation there, so all 3 members going to be back there. Now, Lemon going to play it over the middle. Comp going to be there for the touch. Kamal trying to get the demo, unable to do so, but we'll get the follow at least. Now, Saints could possibly make a play here. Going to try to find something, but ball gets kicked back toward the corner. So just a lot of ping pong, volleyball, tennis back and forth so far, but not a lot of crazy shots in that. That one kind of came close. Oh wow! Smallest mistake. Wow. Smallest mistake can give you a 2 goal. Yeah. Just as we saw there, that was I don't know if that was even a mistake though. That's a tough call. If you're Bimax, that's a really hard angle to cut to the right. That's just, once again, the chemistry though. All 3 members of the Saints touched the ball there, and it was like the hockey assist, 1-to-1 to the other, and the ball's just in the back of the net there. And if you're St. Clair, more of those goals is like what you can do consistently. The chemistry, as you said, it looks like it's just on point, and that was a little bit scary as well. AQ getting a nice little chance there, but 2 members of the Saints are there for the deny. Now Comp and Kamal working the 2-man game in the middle. That ball is just hanging up there for anyone to come find it. Nobody will find it yet. Wilson will be able to get there, but it will be one of the members of AQ, and just 1:20 left now. Saints, like even if they're up by 1 goal, they're going for that next goal.
Yeah.
AQ, if they're up by 1 goal, they want to play as passive as possible.
Oh, they will get the answer though. Steve isn't to come back, so now we have a game on our hands. Only 1 minute and 8 seconds left in. AQ back on the board just like that. Great little touch there. Now Spoods unable to get that play over the net, and just fantastic job there by Steve to bury that one. And now 78 seconds left. AQ definitely back in this one. They can find another goal like that. They can figure this one out. Spoods is going to win that kickoff. Tries to play it over to Steve. Spoods going to be on the touch again. Maul going to be there. Saints can try to find something here with under a minute left to play. So the challenge won't be able to come through though, and now AQ back on the attack with that counter attack pushing out, and Saints are going to be able to clear it out.
I go to overtime, or someone might score on a very, very, very small.
Yeah.
It's a perfection.
Yeah.
If you are perfect at it, you're not getting scored on.
Wow, Spoods with an awesome individual effort there. Tried to get the reset and the flick, but unable to find the back of the net. Demo is going to come through. AQ is going to put some pressure in the zone. They're going to try to find something here. Looks like it'll be Comp trying to play it out of the corner. Going to hit the double touch there. Trying to find something here. Looks like it will be played up by AQ over the middle. Steve is going to be there for the follow. Maybe a decent chance to counterattack here for AQ. Got to do a little fake out there on the flip. Comp will be there in the waiting in the wings, trying to find it. Spoods playing out of the corner, and Jay, just like that, 10 seconds left now. Any team could finish this game. Oh my.
Oh, so close. Wait, they're going to keep it up? Oh my god.
If there was another 0.5 seconds, I'm pretty sure that Saints would have finished the series off right there, but now AQ gets their chance in overtime for revenge after last game's heartbreaking stoppage at 0 seconds and then an OT. So they have a chance for redemption here, and they have no choice but to find it, because if they lose this one, the Saints will move on in the HUE 22, and AQ will be going home, or at least going to the loser's bracket, whatever the format is. But they have to find a goal here. They have to put that offense on, put that pressure on Saints, and find the back of the net.
Oh yeah, like it's like overtime right now, just like last game. But
wow.
Oh my god, this
from seemingly nowhere. I know.
What?
All we can do is throw our hands in the air and be like, wow, the angle. Look at the touch. Look at the touch. Spoods on Thursday as well. His dribbling and his air, like his aerial and his air movement, looked like as good as I'd ever seen it, even through Worlds and everywhere else. The way he'd been playing the last like 3-4 days is some of the best that I've seen him play consistently, and especially like creating that offense. He's usually the guy we think like, okay, he's gonna hold down the back line, nothing's gonna get past him. He's a brick wall. He's just gonna be there for the right rotations. And now he's like, no, I got a little magic in me too. He's making a lot of plays, and just like that, a fantastic angle shot. And Saints Clair will put away AQ 4-0 in round one.
Yeah, on Thursday it was just like a brick wall. Now he's just brick wall that's moving.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just no matter what, he's just scoring.
Closing in.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like all members of the Saints. So that the way that team played, it kind of just felt like they were slowly just kind of like, I will say it actually early on, I felt like the walls kind of closed in, like not too quickly, but they closed in immediately, and they kind of expanded as AQ got some momentum. But eventually the Saints just put the death grip on him and just slowly pinched him in there. And I'd say the first two games, the most goals we've ever seen the Saints score, I'm pretty sure, on any broadcast or even like off-stream games. I'd bet with almost certainty. Anyone can check me on it, but
I'm almost 100% sure of that too. Yeah.
And I'd say after the summer series struggling, and then Thursday they played a lot better, so we saw like, okay, maybe they're getting back to like maybe not quite Worlds form, but they're getting, they're getting their footing under them. They're kind of figuring stuff out, and then today kind of like cements what I was thinking on Thursday. This team seems to be back in business, at least for the time being, so you really, really love to see it.
Oh yeah, no, I completely love to see it. Again, I want Saints to face challenges, because the more challenges they face, the better they get.
Yep.
But I also don't want to see them lose.
Yeah, we like winning. You want a challenge, but at the end of the day, winning is the ultimate goal, obviously. So
100%.
Say definitely GG's Aquinas though. They'd say game 1 and 2 maybe just caught a little bit off guard. They'd say the level of we know how good the Saints team is as well. When they're playing on top level, like there's very few teams that could like consistently beat them. So they kind of showed that the first 2 games. Aquinas battled back in game 3, had the lead for literally the Saints never had the lead in game 3 and they still won.
Yeah,
how crazy is that?
They had it like the last possible.
Yeah, Aquinas had 5 minutes of lead time. Saints score was 0 seconds, and then end up burying it in overtime. So they led for 0 seconds in game 3 and still pull out the win. And at that point, if you're Aquinas, you've exhausted all your resources. You've kind of tried everything, and the Saints just seemed like they were just on fire today. And honestly, that's exactly what you need going forward. You didn't get the challenge you wanted, but like you said, if you can just take this momentum and be like, yo, we know we can make a run now, just keep it going as the rest of the tournament goes on.
Yeah, and sometimes like even when I play like Rocket League and stuff, if I keep on doing the same exact thing and it's working, but I'm getting bored out of it, I want to try something else, and maybe that's what went through them, and they started and they lost the game 3.
Yeah.
And
Also, yeah,
It was
I don't hate
unfortunate.
that either though for them. Yeah, so, yeah, the way they play, it's like a little bit of limit testing when you know we have a little bit of freedom to play with. Yeah, I don't mind a little limit testing. Or we saw like a couple extra little flips. We saw some people trying some stuff. So definitely, you always gotta throw in a little bit of flair, a little bit of the dramatics there when you're playing. But say just great job again. Say GG's to Aquinas. Saints just coming up forward with the sweep there and doing such an incredible job. And that'll be the start of their HUE Fest series. Yes, and we'll be back. There will be more Rocket League for the HUE Fest on, I believe it's Monday and Tuesday. They'll be back at it. So, we'll have to just you have to stay locked until then as well. But any final thoughts there as we saw the gracious 4-0 sweep there of Aquinas?
Honestly, like as good as you got, like Aquinas played, they played very, very good in my opinion. Like
especially
like,
the back half of the series, they actually played really well. The back half of the series, like very well.
They were able to stand their ground. They were able to do whatever they want. Like they had like free shots or whatever, and they were very good with defense.
Yeah.
But no person is ever perfect. So that's why you just gotta keep on working, keep on climbing the tree, so that you can always get better and better and better.
Yeah, and I think the same thing would apply for the Saints. That's a really good message, actually. Same thing would apply to the Saints. You work every day to get better. Say we started off beginning of the summer, really, really struggled. Now we're slowly building up as the semester gets closer. So really, really good time to start getting into rhythm as well, as we're going to have a lot more games and a lot more tournaments and stuff. So great job to both teams. Saints are going to move on. I believe we'll play Monday. I believe it'll be 8 p.m. It'll be back here on the Saints channel. So we'll have to keep you guys locked in for the next one. And we thank you guys all for tuning in.
Gets a flip reset.
Yeah, Comp with a nasty flip reset, and Spood's going to be there for the follow. So Comp with all the show, and Spood's going to be there for the finish. And just as you said, it's so hard to play from behind. And when you're getting blue-starved in your own end, and the other team is just peppering the net, and you feel that pressure. Find the goal as well, so individual effort, dazzling and dancing to the defense. And Cabal going to get on the board there now. 6-0, an absolute rout for the Saints in game one. Just a great shot there by Kamal, and Aquinas just has nothing for the Saints in game one. Aquinas scoring. Comp and Spoon's going to hook up on the flip reset. Going to get the bump from behind as well. And this is an absolute bloodbath for the side of St. Clair. Up to 8-0. Still with 48 seconds to play as well.
Comp so stole that shot.
Oh, yeah. Seconds left in the game, and just Saints putting on one of their best master classes, I think possibly all time. I don't think I've ever seen any team honestly score 10 goals in Collegiate Rocket League. So St. Clair trying to push some kind of record. Any nicer than that, Comp. Flip reset right down Main Street through the defense, and Saints just making it look too easy. Perfect reset over Lemon. Shakes him out of his shoes, and Saints take a 3-1 lead. Comp, backboard, bottom left. And once again, St. Clair just, the passing plays look clean, the shots look clean, the communication looks good. They just everything just seems to be clicking. And after such a rough summer, and he'll dunk it in on top of AQ. Spoods doing it all himself. Just such a fantastic play. Gonna steal the ball from the back line there and just do everything with it. Fools two defenders in St. Clair, just making it look too damn easy. Cutting it to a 4-goal deficit. Still a lot of work to do, but definitely some positives now if you're AQ, because before, for the first like 8-9 minutes of the series, there was virtually nothing to take away. So now, open the scoring just 2 seconds in. So just as I was talking about that, Saints gonna have a little bit of adversity to start off game 3.
Oh yeah, finally, like they got like the first goal of the whole series now.
And Spooch is gonna bury it in the corner, so AQ will not go quietly into the good night. St. Clair gonna force overtime in game 3, and if you're AQ, that is an absolute heart stopper.
You know what I want to say right now?
Comp's gonna pocket that one in the top right, and just like that, through all odds in game 3 there, St. Clair will come back, score at the 0-second mark to force OT. And the same corner they force OT, they end it as well. And now with a 3-0 commanding series lead.